Thank you, Barry. Coming up next on The Beat Goes On, we meet for the first time the man behind Music Planet. Music Planet has 9 top music stores nationwide, and with Christmas just around the corner, it's time for a visit. Roger Smith, welcome to The Beat Goes On.
G'day, Darren. Thanks very much for having me.
Now, speaking of beat, Roger, I mean, your whole life is about the beat, isn't it? You're in the music game.
That's right.
Music Planet, wonderful, 9 shops throughout New Zealand. So you're always thinking about the beat, aren't you?
Exactly.
How did you get into the having music stores?
I guess my dad started off back in the 50s, early 50s, and music was always a part of the family. And I guess I followed in his footsteps, I suppose. Although when I first left school, I didn't start in the music industry. I started off working for the ASB Bank, believe it or not, for 4 years. Then I had a year off overseas, and then came back and wasn't sure what I was going to do. And Dad said, "Oh, won't you come and work for me in one of my stores?" And so I did, and worked for him for 7 or so years, and then left, and then started up our own outfit.
What was it like working for Dad?
It was generally pretty good, although we had our moments.
We all have
As
our
father and
moments with
sons
Dad.
do. You know, I came in thinking I knew everything, when in fact I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
And
It's
so
a
we-
young people's disease, isn't it? And talking about starting off in the bank, I think we all started off in the bank. I mean, I started off with the Bank in New Zealand as a bank, as a teller, so obviously you did the same. What a great generation we went through music-wise. I can remember when we started off in our band, The Rumour, and we were in our early days, we couldn't find an amplifier anywhere, we couldn't find an electric guitar anywhere. In the end, we had to get Dad to make our electric guitars. You just
That's
couldn't
right.
buy them anywhere. And when we used to look at the overseas magazines and they had all these amplifiers, we couldn't buy them in New Zealand.
Nowadays it's completely changed, and of course we can get virtually any product that the world offers.
Yes.
And nowadays we do very well with Vox amps, of course, which were the amps of choice of the Beatles and most of the other British invasion bands. And they're very popular today.
So, Roger, when I walk into a Music Planet store today, there it is, just a mass of everything that you want music. It's just wonderful now, isn't it?
We're certainly spoilt for choice.
Yeah.
There's no import licensing restrictions like there used to be. When I started working for my dad back in the early 70s, we couldn't get anything, just about. And of course everything was on import license, which we had to scrimp and save and cadge or get hold of somewhere. And nowadays it's a totally different thing.
Now, you've got 9 stores all over New Zealand. That's pretty good going, isn't it? 9 stores throughout New Zealand. Is there any difference between the older guys like us and the younger guys? Are they what are they each looking for in a music store?
Stores like ours rather cater to a very wide range of customers, through to young kids, kindergarten and primary school kids, wanting tambourines or triangles to bash on, through to the teenagers wanting their first electric guitar and amp, and then we get the older ones who want a better guitar and amp, or keyboard, or drum kit, whatever it might be. Our customers range tremendously, right through from little kids through to pensioners and beyond.
Now, Roger, it's the 1st of November tonight, and that means Christmas is coming at us like a freight train. It's 6 or 7 weeks away. What are some great Christmas gifts that you would recommend in a music store?
So where do we start? I guess guitars are always popular, and there's a big range of those, from all sorts of prices and levels of quality, acoustic guitars and electric guitars.
Yeah. So what about a granddad who says, I want my grandson to get into playing the guitar? What's your advice? Start off on an acoustic guitar and then move to an electric, or go straight to electric?
Well, these days a lot of kids go straight to electric. Traditionally it's been you start on an acoustic guitar.
I did, and I'm sure you did.
Yeah. I guess it's just personal preferences, really. Of course keyboards are popular too, and a lot of people are still learning piano these days. Some people, for various reasons, prefer a digital piano, which is more compact and got certain other advantages over the regular acoustic piano. Drums, we've got various starter drum kits are always popular.
And you've got
Christmas
Premier.
film.
I noticed that's a great brand that you and I remember
Yes,
well.
that's right. Yeah, that goes back a long way, doesn't it?
Yeah,
And,
Premier. That was the big one when we were young.
Yes, that's right.
And all the other accessories, like if you play saxophone, you've got the reeds, you've got the strings, and you've got the whole works, haven't you, at
that's right.
Music Planet?
Accessories,
Yeah. So, Music Planet right throughout New Zealand. Let's go quickly through the stores throughout New Zealand. Of course, we've got...
Yes, we've got Christchurch, on up to Nelson, across to Wellington,
Yeah.
Palmerston North, Tauranga, Auckland City.
Queen Street,
Yes, that's right. And then across the shore,
North Shore.
Takapuna, in Orewa.
Orewa. Well, right throughout New Zealand, folks, so you've got no excuse. You can have a beautiful new musical instrument by Christmas time. If you love music, you're going to find yourself heading towards Music Planet. Now, Roger, it's Christmas time. What about giving away a nice little Christmas present? I'm sure you've got a few sets of bongo drums or something like that in the store that we could give away.
Yes,
any
we have.
bongo drums?
Yep, sure.
Okay, why don't we give away,
Pair of bongos?
just to play for Christmas.
Okay.
But we're not going to make it too easy, so you have to know this little piece of information. You have to know what is the web address for Music Planet. So, Roger, would you like to give it to me?
Okay, it's www.musicplanet.co.nz.
That's all you have to put in the subject line.
Yep.
Send the email to Jared@thebeatgoeson, and you could win yourself some bongos from
Great.
Music Planet.
Great
You're
stuff.
wonderful, Roger. Thank you
Be
very
yourself.
much for being on Beat Goes On today, and we're going to see you very soon.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Okay,
Roger.
thanks, Jared.
Okay.